is that guy?
Yes, my two favorite heavyweight fighters. Bro, I swear these two NPCs were made in some secret underground war bunker in some rural village in the depths of Volgograd to serve two purposes and two purposes only. Number one, to headline Apex Fight Nights, everyone's favorite fighting venue. And number two, to just hover around the middle of the rankings in the heavyweight division. I mean, to be fair, this is one of the most fair matchups and equal matchups you can probably make in the heavyweight division. You know, if we look at both of these guys, Marcin Tybura coming off of a win against Tai Tuivasa, which is fair enough. And I think we all know what happened in Sergey Spivak's last fight. But anyway, look, my point is this. Why are UFC fight nights so inconsistent? You know, one week, such as last week, we have one of the best fight nights we've ever seen in Abu Dhabi, where we have Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov, then we have Sharaputin Magomedov, we have Marlon Vera versus Figueiredo. Figueiredo's a former champion, and he's not even on the co-main or the main event, which is crazy. And we obviously have Tony Ferguson, which I don't really know if you can count that as a big fight. And then the next weeks, we have these dead fights like Lemos versus Jandiroba. Who the hell is Jandiroba and Lemos? Who are these two guys? Like, no one knows who they are. Genuinely, this was the first time I heard about either of them when this fight night happened, innit? Pretty sure no one watched this fight night, and I don't even know why they made this fight. Look, here's what they need to do. Instead of stacking cards so much like this one, whereas, you know, you got Vera versus Figueiredo, Sharaputin Magomedov versus Oleksiejczuk, and obviously Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. And obviously I get that this was in Abu Dhabi, so you kind of have to stack it for the, for the Arabian money. But what you need to do instead is do something like this where, okay, if you want to do Lemos versus Jandiroba, fine, whatever. I don't really care, but you need to put something that the fans actually want to see on the main event, right? So chuck Lemos versus Jandiroba on the co-main, and then instead of having a really stacked fight night like this one, take one of these fights out and make it the main event for this fight. So for example, Figueiredo versus Vera. I genuinely think that this fight, Vera versus Figueiredo, should not have been on this card and should have been the main event on Sergey Spivak versus Tybura, or the main event for Lemos versus Jandiroba, because those fight nights need better fights on it. Yeah, so that's the problem. Anyway, today's one was a short one. Just need to say this because, you know, Dana White's got some questionable matchmaking / matchmakers. Like, you need to get some better matchmakers to get fights that fans actually want to see. Like, there's not a single good fight on the Tybura versus Spivak card. Like, I don't know what they're doing, stacking one event then making the next event absolutely diabolical, dry, terrible, make me want to jump off. Listen, that's what they need to do. They need to spread out the stacked fights, right? So that's about it. Tell me if you guys have any thoughts about this topic, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Safe.